Hey friends.
Hey friends.
Welcome to today's vlog, short little how you doing, how are you video. So John and I wanted to sit down real quick and just kind of talk to you guys about how we have been managing being locked in a house together for the last almost 30 days.
The answer is not well.
We're doing well. And some tips and tricks on how we're getting through this without ending up, I don't know. It's hard to be home all the time with your spouse. There's harder things to do, I'm sure, but it's definitely an adjustment, even though John has been home with me technically since January. You still had your own life outside of this house, and now neither of us have our own lives outside of this house. So how are you doing with your significant other, your family? How are you guys feeling? How are you feeling?
And that's kind of what we wanted to sit down and talk about, is we wanted to kind of give a quick overview of what we're going through and then how we're dealing with it, just to try to maybe help out or see what we could do.
What are we going through?
Just, in all honesty, usually I don't go very many places anyway, but not being able to go to those 2 or 3 different places doesn't allow me to get away almost, and it kind of feels like you're trapped, like, and you're frustrated.
Yeah, I think the thing is when we're all adjusting to like this new life, and I've realized it's definitely not just us, but everyone has frustrations that they're dealing with, and marriage can be hard on a really good day, and it can be great on a really great day. So we've definitely had our ups and downs and our moments. I think the way we try really hard to get through it is giving the other person like personal space, because Ella is also home with us all the time. And just like one of us will take her outside while the other reads a book, or, you know what I mean, plays a game of Madden, just something for yourself that is like just for you, just a chill time. You know what I mean? I feel like that's made a huge difference.
Yeah, and just like yesterday, you know, we had a little disagreement, and I went out and did yard work just to get away.
I know. And that's the thing, is like when we get frustrated with each other, because it does happen, just finding somewhere to put that frustration other than like just turning it into a giant scene. So I looked outside and he was ripping literal trees out of that corner for me, which honestly benefited me, so I appreciate that. He went and cleaned my garden after we had an argument. Not
really anger, I just have extra frustration to get out. So I went over there and just started ripping out everything I possibly could that wasn't going to be kept there or used. So
I appreciate it. It actually worked out really great for me.
Yeah.
But being married, you guys, it's a whirlwind.
Yeah, and you know, you guys see sides of us where it's like, oh, they're so
cute.
They're so cute. They're so happy. You know, there's other sides, just like any relationship, where it's like, well, I can't stand you. I don't want to be around you. It happens.
How are we dealing with being home with Ella all the time? Because this is John's first go around of ever being a stay-at-home parent ever. How are you feeling with that?
It's ups and downs. There's days where we're awesome parents. We do everything. You know, we get her out of the house. We do, and then there's other days where we're just like, I don't want to do anything. You know, and you've had days where you were battling with certain things, and I've had days where I'm battling with certain things. And it's like, okay, in those days one of us steps up and kind of handles more of the load to give the other person a break.
Yeah, and I think that it's just that unspoken like bond we have, is like we know when the other person needs to just have a moment, and stepping in, even though you may be feeling frustrated yourself, but like stepping in and taking over. Like, you've let me sleep in a lot, and you know that that's really helped me. Not 8 o'clock in the morning, but for me,
well, that's sleeping in. I mean, unfortunately,
I know, but like to me, sleeping in and back in the day would have been like noon, 1 o'clock. But I'm sleeping till 8 instead of getting up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock every day. The certain ways you show me your love language by letting me sleep in and waking up to coffee and stuff like that. You know that just is a really good way for me to get my day started. So just doing little things like that for each other during this time has helped a lot with, I don't know, this is testing everyone's everything. So your patience, your you know, everything. This whole experience is testing us in so many different ways. It's bizarre.
Definitely. And I think a lot of couples and people are seeing a lot of stress factors that they didn't have, you know, financially, emotionally stressed because of being financially stressed.
And of what's going on in general in the world.
Exactly. And trying not to get sick and trying not to infect those around you if you have it, you know, just everything.
Everything is a production right now.
Yeah.
So we just put in a grocery order. That's a production. That's going to take a couple hours because it comes and then you wipe everything down and then you wipe all of the counters down. It's just a process.
Which definitely, that's...
Everything is a process, and it's just, I think the world, we're all gonna either be better for it or we're gonna, you know, have a little slice of humble pie a bit, just because I think I know we took a lot of things for granted, and now we're stuck in a house, stressed about things that we can't control, stressed about things we can control, and also really happy because we're also being able to like watch our girl like live her best life. It's just, there's so many different emotions and feelings wrapped up into it that it can be so overwhelming that you just don't even know how to get through the day, because there's so many racing thoughts going through my head constantly. I'm just like, what are we gonna do if this happens? What are we gonna do if that happens? What are we gonna do if this happens?
And unfortunately, we kind of just have to drift away from those what ifs, because it is what it is. We just got to deal with it and face whatever happens.
And we live in the moment. You try and live in the moment as much as you can, because it's not helping anyone to think about what's going to happen 2, 6, 5 years from now, months from now. We will always handle whatever comes our way, and we'll get through it. So it's been an adjustment. It's been really weird. Like, John, as you guys know, just quit his job like in January, and yes, he has something else that he does like on the side, but even that's being like kind of halted right now because people aren't opening up businesses. It's just all everything is very weird.
Nobody saw this coming.
No, I know.
I mean, it's
just weird, like that happened and then this happened.
But that's also why you plan for emergencies.
I know. I'm so proud of us that we planned ahead, because wow.
But I mean, as far as all that goes, and this is real life, you're going to hear Ella in the background.
Well, duh.
She's playing and having
we're
fun.
sitting in front of the fridge. I don't even have a real bra on. John has basketball shorts on with this shirt. I don't know why he picked a polo. It's hard to film every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's monotonous. It would be
really
the same thing over and over.
It really is. So it's like, can we have these conversations with you guys, and doing live streams and stuff like that, I think we're figuring out a new normal within being on the internet, and that's a weird thing to navigate as well, because just being on the internet for like your livelihood is also something weird and like not typically normal that we were just getting used to, and then everything switches up on you. So I think all of this is going to really teach us some really valuable life lessons, and I'm turning 30 soon, so I feel like maybe it's like how it all needed to be for me to learn.
Well, you look at it, it's almost like having your own business. I mean, you may have some months where you're doing great, and then you may have some months where you're doing absolutely terrible.
It's like car sales.
Yeah, I mean, and you never know when you open a business how it's going to go. So during the good months, you plan for emergencies and plan for things. You have things in place for, let's be honest, times like these.
Yeah. And we, I think, have come a long way, because we would have never been prepared for times like these, not even a year ago. So it's nice to know that we're prepared and that we're gonna be okay. But it's also stressful because nobody knows how long it's gonna last. You guys all get it. I mean, everybody's going through their own version of whatever this is for them. And we just wanted to sit down and check in, tell you how we're handling things. It's not always great. It's not always really good at all, actually. Some days have been really difficult, and then some days have been really fun. So it's just been like the ups and downs of just experiencing this phase of life that will be talked about forever. This is going to be in history books. This is going to be a part of...
We're part of world history, folks.
We are. We're in a different location.
We are.
We had a little argument during
We actually did.
Rough times around here, folks.
But like we said, I mean, nothing is perfect. You're gonna hear Ella in the background. I mean, it's just life.
You guys, we're okay, and we'll always be okay. But we're definitely having to navigate some frustrations and trying not to take it out on each other, but also trying to be patient and make sure that we don't have like full-on arguments in front of Ella either. So a lot of times it just means taking a break, going to 2 separate rooms.
And that's what we did just now. I mean,
it was 20 minutes. We took a break and you apologized.
Yeah, I know. I apologized, but that's your chance.
I'm so sorry. We're hanging in there, guys.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys are hanging in there too. Thank you for watching my channel on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, and just supporting our family. And I hope that we can just bring you real life, real what's going on, but also like some sort of relief from all this.
Definitely.
And just know that the really cute, funny, perfect, haha, happy couple moments you see, we do have them a lot, but we also have moments where we are not going to be our best.
I mean, we have the happy ha 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 moments more than we have bad ones, but you have bad ones. I mean, everybody is going to have bad ones. If you're not, then you're not doing life for real.
I think overall we're gonna be better for this. I really do.
Yeah, or we're just gonna go crazy. Either one.
It could go either way, to be honest with you, TBH. But like everyone is saying, every day we wake up, it's a day closer to this being over, and it's another day I get to spend with my family. And I know eventually things will go back to normal and we will live a normal life again. So like I always say, we try to lean into this season of life and learn the lessons that we need to learn from it and keep it moving.
That was deep.
It was super deep.
Felt it. Give me a kiss.
Stop it. Come on, cuss. I don't want to kiss you.
Kiss you.
I don't. Your breath smells like ass.
So it's yours.
We're happy. How are you guys holding up? Give us some tips on how you and your significant other are getting through this. What are you doing to like not go totally crazy? Let us know. We'll see you tomorrow with a normal vlog.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, it's so good. You're so lucky to be with me.